Yo, what's up, everybody? KMZX18 Sports here, back with another Arsenal review and player ratings. Yeah, man, Arsenal. It's hard to believe, guys, because Arsenal is now in the knockout stage of the Champions League, man. It's still surreal to me because, like, damn, just not too long ago, Arsenal was just barely fighting in the Europa League. There was even a year where Arsenal didn't even have any um they didn't have any European competition, so it's crazy. But they're in the knockout stage now, so it's great, man. It's great. I can always say that. But yeah, man. So thankfully, the Arsenal's now in the knockout stage, so now they don't have to worry about the last game in the group stage. They made it, but it was a great performance, by the way. Arsenal beat RC Lens 6-0. They they circled this one, man. After losing to RC Lens like 2-1, or at either 2 or 3-1, I forgot what it was. They were like, nah, I want revenge. And they got it. It wasn't even close. Bro, it was bro, in 30 minutes, they were up 4-0. The game was a wrap at that point. It was not bro, I was watching it, I'm like, yeah, this game is done. Like Odegaard didn't even need to score that one before the halftime to make it 5-0. It was just it was done. It was like, all right, well, this game is done. And then obviously Jorginho made it six after the penalty, so I was like, Arsenal won 6-0. It was great, awesome. They got that. They finally in the knockout stage for the first time, like I want to say 7, 8 years. Damn. But you know what? Let's look at the statistics real quick for this game. So give me 1 second. I set this up. All right, we're here, and yeah, this is just. I'm actually sorry. Looking at the attack momentum of this game, I'm actually surprised they even had like some sort of attack. But I guess it makes sense. Like Arsenal were up four, they kind of they're like, yeah, we won. But so Lens they had some opportunities toward before the. Actually, I think if I remember correctly, they did hit the post, so I can see why it's like okay, they try to gain some momentum, but as soon as Odegaard made that goal, it's like, yeah. I mean, it was already wraps to begin with, but it was like Lens have nothing after that. They did try at the beginning of the second half, but it was just they just didn't offer nothing, man. And then, like I said, Jorginho made the penalty for the sixth goal, and it was basically wraps. After that, it was done. So let's look at the statistics real quick. Like Arsenal had a 2.58 expected goals to Lens 0.37. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, Arsenal finished with 6 goals. They had 1.2 expected assists to Lens 0.54. Huh. I'm actually surprised Lens actually had more possession than Arsenal. That's actually surprising. But like I said, it didn't really matter, honestly. Actually, I'm actually not that surprised now, looking back at it. Because the first half was just computer. Like, let me look at the first half. Oh, actually, oh, gee. Oh, actually, Arsenal actually had less possession than even the first half. What about the second? Okay, second half was a bit more even. I guess I understand. At that point, Arsenal just up by much. It just didn't matter, even if they had possession or not. Arsenal had 14 total shots to Lens 6. They had 8 shots on target to Lens 3, and Arsenal had more corners. Lens had more free kicks, throw-ins, and goal kick, which is pretty. I can understand that because Arsenal were more attacking. Arsenal had 4 big chances with only Lens with one. Lens had one big missed chance. They hit the woodwork once. Yeah, I can see that. They actually had more passes than Arsenal, and they had more passes than Arsenal, and also I think they pretty accurate passes. Yeah, I can see that a bit actually. Arsenal had more accurate with long balls. I can see that because the way Arsenal were playing and crosses. Yeah, I can see that as well. But overall, yeah, man, Arsenal just it was a complete and utter domination by Arsenal, man. Which I'm happy for once. Like Arsenal, I don't know why. For some reason, Champions League teams, for some reason, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna play Arsenal head up, like with a high line. We'll face them head on." I'm like, "You're not gonna beat this Arsenal team head on, man." There's a reason. Like for example, with Brentford last game, Brentford's like, we're playing a low block, and it took Arsenal until like the 80th minute to finally score against that low block. So there, the difference between playing Arsenal head on versus playing a low block against Arsenal is night and day. All you gotta do is watch the highlights from the Brentford game and highlights of this game. You understand. But let's look at the lineups real quick for Arsenal, real quick. All right, for David Raya, well, he had three high claims. He made two saves inside the box. He was 62% of his accurate passes. He was 9 and 19 with his long balls. He won one of his two aerial duels. Honestly, and he made three saves, but like for the most part, it was just like Lansing just didn't do. I don't want to say they didn't do nothing, but for the most part, it was just domination from Lens. I mean, domination for Arsenal. Lens couldn't just penetrate throughout the midfield and defense. Raya didn't really do much, honestly. Like he made some standard saves. So overall, I just gonna give Raya a seven, a standard seven, because it's like they give him a 7.8, a bit high, featuring knowing full well that they didn't really attack. Lens didn't really attack, but overall, I'll give him a standard 7 out of 10. He got a clean sheet as well. Alexander Zinchenko, he only played for 45 minutes, but I know 45 minutes, Arsenal were up five, so I can see why Arteta pulled him for like to give him more for more rest time. But yeah, one he made one interception, one tackle. He won one of his one ground duels. He only lost position twice. He was 93% accurate with his pass, which is crazy. He was 1 of 1 on his long balls accuracy. Overall, a good Alexander Zinchenko game, honestly, man. I mean, look, he was in the heart of that attack, and yeah, I mean, he only played for 45 minutes, but in those 45 minutes, Arsenal dominated. So overall, I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. Gabriel Magalhaes, he had 7 clearances. He blocked one shot. He won three. He won two of his three aerial duels. He only lost position 6 times. He was 91% accurate with his pass, which is crazy for a center back. And he was 2 of 4 with his long balls accuracy. Overall, yeah, man. And defensively, I thought he played really well. Him and Saliba is turning out to be one of the best CB duels in the, not even the league, probably even the Champions League. Hell, heck, even the Premier League, man. The only other duo I can see them matching is Liverpool's CB duo, because it looks like Van Dijk is back to his best, but and I think Kanate is playing as well. So overall though, for these two, man, pretty pretty good performance. I'm gonna give Gabriel a 7 out of 10. William Saliba, he made one clearance, he made one interception, he made two tackles. He did get drilled past twice, and that was early on. But overall, though, after the Arsenal's attacking onslaught, the Lens just didn't do nothing after that. Ground duel, he was 2 of 5 on his ground duels. He only lost position 3 times. He did foul. He did commit one foul. He was 93% accurate. He was 42 of 45 pieces. He did attempt the long ball, but it wasn't successful. Overall, though, yeah, man, that 6.8 rating for SofaScore is harsh. Overall, though, I'll give him a 7. I mean, he settled down. He got the clean. He helped get the clean sheet. He played pretty good defense, especially in the no, after the slow start in the first half and the second half. Yeah, man, 7 for me. Tamiyasu, he had 2 assists. He was 0-1 of his ground duels and also aerial. He did lose possession 8 times. He was 82% accurate with his pass. He made 3 key passes, where most of them led to goals. He was 1-1 on crosses. He was 5 of 4 of his long ball, especially that one long ball that It looked like he didn't mean it, but he still find home, and which ultimately led to a goal, was pretty incredible. He did create one big chance, which led to one of the goals, and he did try to attempt to dribble, but then it wasn't successful. Overall, though, he only played for 45 minutes, but in those 45 minutes, he made two assists. Like, he was having a great game, man. And honestly, man, I don't know why SofaScore gave him a 7.7. In my honest opinion, he was an 8 out of 10 for me. He had a very good game, man. And I'm honestly, I just keep it up, man. Just keep it up. Hey, King Kai Havertz. By the way, I did not nickname him that. That was other Arsenal fans nicknamed him that. Oh man, he scored a goal. He was 96% accurate with his passes, which is honestly pretty incredible. He only misplaced one pass, which is honestly crazy. He made two key passes. He had one shot on target, one off target. He was one of his five on his dribble attempts. He was five of 14 on ground duels won and three or four of aerial duels won. He did lose possession 7 times, which is not as much for as a midfielder, surprisingly. He committed four fouls, but he was fouled once. He made one clearance, three tackles, and he only got 0 plus once. Overall, defensively, I think Kai Havertz is actually underrated. Like it's the one because that was the one thing I was worried about was his defense. But honestly, I thought for Arsenal, he's defensively been playing well. Offensively, he got that goal. I'm happy for him. Can he keep this up? I don't know. I hope he does because if he keeps up this scoring touch, man, he's gonna be hard to stop. And hopefully, this goal and the goal against Brentford is helping, with his confidence, and we're gonna need it, man. I truly do hope he like. At first, I thought he was a major bust, but if he keeps this up, I'll shut my mouth up, man. I'm being serious. I'll shut my mouth. I'll be like, yeah, man, I was wrong. But he needs to show this consistency more often. Overall, though, in this game, 7.3. Honestly, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. I thought he played a really good game today. That is a pretty low bar for a sofa score, in my opinion. Declan Rice. He only played for 75 minutes, but he was 95% accurate with his passes. He was 1-on-1 on his crosses, 2-on-2 with his long balls. He did attempt the drill, but it was unsuccessful. He was 3 of 5 on his ground duels won. He was 1-on-1 on his aerial duels won. He only lost possession 5 times, was pretty crazy, especially for a DM. He made 3 clearances and 3 tackles. Overall, thought he played pretty great defense in the midfield. Offensively, you can see him trying. Overall, though, it was quiet early, but he made his presence known, especially in the second half. Overall, though, I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. I think this was pretty accurate sofa score rating. Martin Odegaard, he played for 90 minutes, actually a full 90 minutes actually. The full game actually. He did score one goal. He made one key pass. He was 87% accurate with his passes. He was 1 or 2 on his crosses. He was 100% on his long balls. Pretty crazy. He had 2 shots on target. One of them was blocked, but the other one was a goal. He's he did attempt one good dribble. He was 7 of 11 on his ground duels won. He only lost possession 8 times. He made 2 fouls, but he was fouled once, and he made one interception, 5 tackles, and he only got drilled past twice. So overall, though, I thought it was a pretty good bounce back game from Martin Odegaard. You can tell that he has been playing well the last 3 or 4 games. Just before he got that injury. So hopefully this brings back his confidence as he was like early in the season. And honestly, the one thing I do have to give him credit for is the fact that he has been scoring goals this season. It's just he hasn't really been consistent. Overall, though, this game, I'll give him 8 out of 10. I thought he was playing a really good game today. Gabriel Martinelli, he played the full game. He scored one goal. He had 2 shots on target. One of them was blocked, or actually no, one of them was off target. He was 2 of 7 on his dribble attempts. He was 88% accurate with his passes. He was 2-on-2 on his long balls. He won 3 of 10 at ground duels and 102 aerial duels. He did lose possession 16 times, which a bit much, but the, the game was won, so it didn't matter too much. He made one foul, was fouled once. Overall, though, man, like I said, Gabriel Martinelli is the guy who just run at you and he'll just tire you out, man. The fact that he got a goal, I'm not surprised. I knew the way Arsenal was going, I knew he was going to score this game, and honestly, I was right. The 7 rating is a bit harsh. I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10, man. I thought he played great. Bukayo Saka, he only played for 66 minutes, but in those 66 minutes, he was freaking amazing. He scored 1 goal, he had 1 assist, he had 1 shot on target. Um, he attempted 1 dribble, but it was unsuccessful. He was 95% accurate with his pass. He made 2 key passes. He was 1 on 1 his long ball. He was 6 out of 11 on ground duels, 0 out of 1 on aerial duels, 1. He only lost possession 7 times. He made 2 fouls and he was fouled 3 times. He made 1 clearance and 3 tackles. Overall, though, yeah, a great game. Fantastic game from Bukayo Saka, man. He scored a goal. He got the assist. What more can I say, man? Any other time he'll be man of the match, but there's only just one player that did just a bit better. But overall, though, and also I'm glad that he only played 66 minutes because I still think we're overplaying him. But at the same time, man, in the games he's playing, he's always impactful. He always finds ways to either score or assist or just to impact the game for us. So overall, though, yeah, man, for me, 9 out of 10 for Bukayo Saka. But now, for my opinion, the man of the match, Gabriel Jesus, man. Like Saka, he scored 1 goal. He got 1 assist. He was he shot on target. He was 100% on his dribble attempts. He was 70% accurate with his passes. He made 1 key pass. He created 1 big chance, which led to a goal. He was 8 out of 12 on his ground duels, 1. He was perfect on the air with 3 out of 3. He did lose position 15 times, but honestly, it didn't really matter too much. He made 3 fouls. He was fouled 3 times, and he made 1 tackle. Overall, though, yeah, I mean, great game, fantastic game for Gabriel Jesus. I think he was involved in every single Champions League game for Arsenal so far, and it's pretty incredible, man. It's pretty incredible. He's there. Arsenal. There is a reason why they bought Jesus just for this moment. And honestly, he's delivering it. Overall, in my opinion, I know they gave the player of the game to Kai Havertz, which I thought he played a good game, but in my honest opinion, Gabriel Jesus deserves it. And honestly, he had a great game, man. For me, they gave him 8.7. I would have given him a 9 out of 10 for this game. He was fantastic. The bench, we went to our bench early because the game was already won. Ben White, he played for 45 minutes. He made 2 tackles. He was drilled past twice. He won 2 out of 4 ground duels, 101 aerial duels. He only lost this in 3 times. He was 80% accurate with his passes. He had 2 shots off target. Overall, though, I thought it was a decent game from Ben White for 45 minutes. 6 point. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Jakob Kiwior. Oh, he made 1 clearance, 1 interception, 1 tackle. He only got drilled past once. That's a 1-1-1-1 right there. He was 1 of 3 of his ground duels. He lost possession 8 times. A bit much, but like I said, the game was already won, so it didn't matter. 78% accurate with his passes. He made 1 key pass. Um, he was 1 of 3 on his long balls. Overall, though, he played pretty good defense. Offensively, he's still dispossessed quite a few times. But overall, though, I mean, look, the game was already won. Didn't matter. In my opinion, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. Reese Nelson, he only played for 24 minutes. He had 1 shot blocked. He was 100% accurate with his passes, although he only made 6. He made 1 key pass. He was 0 out of 1 in his crosses. He won 1 of 2 ground duels and none of his aerial duels. He lost possession twice. He was fouled once. And overall, though, I can't really give too much on Reese Nelson because he only played for 24 minutes. But overall, though, I thought it was decent. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Jorginho, he only played for 15 minutes, got one goal, which was a penalty. He was 92% accurate with his passes. Um, he had one shot on target, which I believe was the penalty. He only lost possession once. He made one clearance. Overall, though, he only played for 15 minutes, but hey, he did score the penalty. So with that alone, I give him a 7. And Eddie Nketiah, he only played for 8 minutes, but in those 8 minutes, he only lost possession. He fouled once. He was 0-1 groundals, one touches. Yeah, he only played for 8 minutes. Honestly, I can't really give him a rating. I really can't give him a rating. Like if I were, I'd probably give him a standard 6, but not much there for Arteta though. He picked out the right squad, man. I mean, this is probably the squad I would have went with, and he won 6-0. Honestly, just for the squad, and also I did like the fact that he made substitutions at halftime because he know the game was won. So why overplay your players when you know the game was won by halftime, and just give everybody more like a chance to play, and also we have a game this weekend, so you don't want to get the players too tired. So overall, though, for that alone, I do have to give him credit for that. And honestly, he picked out the right squad. He made the right substitutions. He won the game. It was 6-0. A 9 for me, man. It was virtually almost perfect. So overall, yeah, because of this win, Arsenal are now in. They definitely top the group, and they won it because there's no the PSV. There's nothing PSV can do. As I believe they lost there. No, they drew with I think it was Sevilla. So yeah, so there's nothing Sevilla PSV can do. So Arsenal, the last Champions League group stage game, Arsenal can just play the reserves, and even if they lose, it doesn't matter. So they top their group, and yeah, man, it feels great because now they don't have to really put their starters in. They don't have to overwork their starters, so it's pretty good that Arsenal secure the top of their group, and yeah, man, and because of that, they play the whoever's like second place in the other groups in the Champions League. So can't wait for that. And also, just knowing full well that Arsenal's actually in the knockout stage in the Champions League after like 7 or 8 years of being away from the Champions League. Awesome. So what next for Arsenal? They play Wolves this upcoming week, and then after they play Luton, two two games that Arsenal should win. But hey, this is the Premier League, man. I've been surprised before. So overall, though, yeah. So they have a chance with these two teams, and they should because they're right now they're in first place, so in the Premier League. But like I said, this is a long way to go. So I'm not gonna put too much stock into that. But overall, man, if they were to win those two games, especially December is gonna be, we have some tough fixtures up ahead. It's gonna be crazy. But overall, though, yeah, man. For the past couple weeks, Arsenal, after like that shitty ass middle of early November, I thought they finished November strong, and hopefully they'll start December the right way, and hopefully start off the new year on top, man. All right, guys, that's it for me. Like and subscribe, but help a brother out. Try and hit the 30 subscriber. Also, thank you to the new subscriber, man. I'm like, hey, so just two more, man. Just two more. And yeah, man. Hopefully Arsenal win this week against Wolves and next week against Luton, man. So like that they'll keep adding to their points for the Premier League. So yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.